Hey everyone, Christian Beaucher here. My second video. I really love doing this, sharing my passion with you guys. So 5 more advices from me to you for music education. Number 1, have a soft voice when you teach. That is something that took me 5 years to understand in my career. When I started, I had my throat hurted every night. I would get home and my voice was tired. And simply, I noticed that I needed to speak louder than the noise that was around. It's a very simple thing, but it's a reflex that not many young teachers do. So when I discovered that, to use my beautiful, my lower voice, calm and soft, the kids just will be a bit more quiet and they'll pay more attention instead of fighting over the noise. Second advice today is to stay positive. Sounds easy, seems easy to do, but it's not. It's not. When something in the band doesn't sound very good, there's many ways to say it positively. The very best person I played for that taught me this is Yannick Nézet-Séguin. Yannick Nézet-Séguin is now conductor of Philadelphia Orchestra, Rotterdam, Met, the Met Opera. I was in the Orchestre Métropolitain in Montreal for 9 years. And Yannick was my conductor, and I played many great things for him. And he would always say positive stuff, even when it was not so tight and so in tune. And so he would give us an advice, he would give us a solution, but he would stay positive. He would very often say compliments to us very often. And I kept this. I figured there's no point why I shouldn't use this for my students at a high school level. For those who haven't seen my first video, I teach high school band, in concert band in Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada. Grade 9, 10, and 11, secondary 3, 4, 5, in a concentration program. I'm very blessed and fortunate. I love my kids, my students. I have the best job ever. That's why I share all this with you guys, because I would have loved to have such advices when I started. I was pretty much on my own when I started. I was a performer, a horn player, a freelancer, and I had to pay my bills. So I was offered teaching jobs, concert band, elementary and middle school, and I liked it, but it was tough for me. I felt alone. I did not ask for help. So the tricks that I'm giving today for free for you guys, it's stuff that I would have liked to know. So, second, stay positive. Third, always ask the kids first. Ask the students what's wrong. Students, what didn't go well in the sentence that we just played, in the phrase that we just did? What's wrong? And you know what? You don't have to say it. 2, 3, 4 kids will just raise their hand or say, "We were out of tune, sir. We were not together, sir." "Oh, why were we not together? Why were you not together?" "We didn't breathe together, sir." "Ah, good. All right, let's do this again." Boom. And they just do it. Instead of stop. "Okay, guys, we were not together and you should breathe together. And you was out of tune. Let's do this again." That's very negative. And you just throw at them stuff that is negative and without asking for solutions. So I teach solutions first to my kids. To be together, you have to breathe together. And then after that, I always ask them, and they do it. They answer the questions. They know more often than we think. They know what's wrong, but sometimes they're just a little bit lazy. It's Friday afternoon, it's Monday morning, they're not into it. Sometimes we've got to let go stuff. We can't ask them to be always on the right on. Like it's a lot to ask them. Some pedagogues, some music teachers will probably have another point of view, which is always ask the best, Always, always, always get them and make them play their best. Always, 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 every day, every rehearsal, every day, every rehearsal. I gave up on this because sometimes it stressed me out, because sometimes the concert band doesn't sound good today. It doesn't. I know they can play in tune. I know that. I showed them how. But today we're out of tune. And I'm not going to spend 12 minutes on tuning, fine-tuning, because it's out of tune. And 3/4 of the band are just waiting like this, and it's boring, and they're waiting. So I don't do this anymore. I choose very carefully. Sometimes it's okay to work deep and go deep, especially when the competition is coming up or the concert a couple weeks before. Of course, we're in fine-tuning stuff, yeah. But it's a tricky thing to choose these timings, to choose when I'm gonna dig in, when I'm gonna make them play in tune, when, and it's very tricky. I could go on and on, but let's keep going today. I will definitely do more of these videos. I love it. Fourth advice for today, number 4, film yourself. Film yourself. Ooh, I hate to do this. I hate to look at myself conduct. I don't like it. I'm very critical. Can you say that? Yeah, I think. I'm very severe with myself, and that's why I don't like to see myself conduct. But you probably already know that. But it is a super, super constructive thing to do. It's super, super payant. Like, oh, I didn't know that my third beat was doing a little flippy-like thing. Oh, my third beat. Look at my third beat. Okay. If you don't see yourself doing it, you're probably not going to notice that you're doing this. Or if you're adding this some kind of fantasy thingies for no reason in your first beat, and you made a habit of this for years and years and years, and you watch yourself, you see yourself, and you go, ooh, what's that? Why am I doing this? For what reason? I learned conducting from many people, but I personally like very simple things and very clear. Clarity and simple message is one of the very first things for me in conducting. But conducting, I'll keep this for another video. I love conducting, and I love fine conducting. So let's keep it for another day. Film yourself, tape your rehearsal, listen to it. That I don't like to do neither. Actually, I don't do it often enough. But it's still a good thing to do. You know that. I know that. Let's do it. I might do it next week, actually. Yeah. And fifth for today, fifth advice, last, is to be careful with the routine of rehearsals. That is Mr. Lisk, Edward Lisk, that showed me this in his books. Routine, warm-up, same warm-up, rehearsal, end of rehearsal. Warm-up, same warm-up. It's very, very downing. It will down your students. It's boring. So I really try to have as many warm-ups as possible as I can. Jim's Curnow made a beautiful, Jim Curnow, sorry, made, well, I think it's the same nickname, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll check this out. Mr. Curnow, anyway, did these beautiful tone studies and scale studies for band, and scale builders for middle school. This is so beautiful stuff. This works very well for warm-ups, for tone and for scales. And every scale has a little piece that stuck to it, so it's in the same key. And the way he wrote the scale, he put a tempo, and the scale is in thirds or in chords. And then the piece after that is in the same atmosphere than the scale. You understand? So it's super nice. When I discovered this, I was like, wow, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Warm-ups, chorales. Chorales are also a beautiful warm-up. I'm going to keep this for another video because this is a super nice and long topic that I would like to share with you guys. Chorales. I've got to play chorales for intonation, for togetherness, for blend, for balance, all this chorales, back chorales. Yep. So that was my fifth and last advice for today. Already done. There'll be more coming up. I love doing this. My name is Christian, and this was my second video. There's more coming up. Music education, very cool for kids, very cool for parents, very good for humanity, very nice. And see you soon, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.